right, this is page 29. We're looking at the same thing you did yesterday. Instead of it just being the angle measures, now it's going to be algebraic expressions, which means instead of being able to look at it and simply say the answer, you're going to have to set up an equation. Well, there's only two scenarios for equations. It's either you set them equal and solve, or they add to equal what? 180, because it's a linear pair. So it's only two scenarios. Now, you should remember that the majority of the scenarios are set them equal. The only ones that add to equal 180 are the same side, oh my word, I can't write, interior angles or the linear pair. Those are the only two that add to equal 180. All of the others, you got vertical, you've got alternate interior, alternate exterior, and corresponding. All of those angles are just set them equal. So how do you know which equation you're dealing with? You just need to identify what angles are in front of you, okay? So looking back at page 29, if you want, we can take some notes right here. We can say we got box equals box. We'll just copy this here. And that's if it's vertical angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, or corresponding angles. Something plus something equals 180 is if it's linear pair or same side interior angles. Now, as far as the relationships within the angles, remember, if you know a single angle, you can find all of them, right? It's kind of a domino effect. Like, so if I gave you angle 1, this is good practice for everyone. What angle is vertical to 1? 3. All right, listen carefully. Name the angle that's alternate interior to 3. Alternate interior to 3. Yes, it is 5. Name the angle vertical to 5. Do you see how all 4 of those angles are the same measure because of vertical and then alternate interior? Or also you could say corresponding. Notice 7 and 3 are corresponding, and 5 and 1 are corresponding. And then now we're going to do a different number of arcs, and I'm changing color. What's vertical to 2? 4. What's alternate interior to 4? 6. What's vertical to 6? Okay, let's work a few of these and see how you do. Identify the type of angles and their relationship, write the equation, then solve for x. So, types of angles tells me the vocab word. Relationship, you're just putting either a congruent sign or you're saying supplementary. Supplementary means they add to 180. And then equation is where you set it up. Okay, so look at this picture. The two angles that have information in them, what type of angles are they? Oh, it's like, I don't understand. What kind of angles do we have here? Look at your half sheet. Look at the position of the angles. You know they're not vertical. Yes, and that's one of the toughest ones for some people to recognize. I don't know why, because, you know, I don't know if it's because they're, like I see the two correspond. I see bottom right, bottom right. Maybe it's because if you don't see the four quadrants and think bottom right, that makes it challenging. But they're definitely corresponding. Then you've got to remember, okay, what's the relationship of corresponding? Are they equal, congruent, or supplementary? They're equal. I'm going to put a congruent symbol just to get you back in that mindset of the congruent symbol. And so that means we set them equal to each other. So here's your equation. 5x has to equal x plus 80. And then you solve it up underneath. Did you get 20? All right, let's try 2. So your first job is to identify the type of angles, then state the relationship. So what type of angles do we have in 2? We have alternate interior. You can abbreviate it like this. Alt-int. Are alternate interior angles congruent or supplementary? They're congruent. So that means I set the two expressions equal to each other. Did you get 25? All right, you try 3 and 4. What type of angles did you get for 3? Alternate exterior. And those angles are what? They're congruent. What type of angles did you get for 4? Same side interior. Same side interior angles are what? They are supplementary. You can just write SUPP if you want. Remind yourself that means they add to 180. Did you get 76 and 20? Yeah?
Oh, for that one.
76. 20. Okay, I have good news and bad news. Bad news, we need to take a quiz. Good news, if you understood that, you should ace this quiz because there is nothing that challenging on the quiz. It is not on Edulastic, it is on quizzes. So if you will go to joinmyquiz.com, I will post the code and you can take the quiz. I'm actually going to let you use your half sheet. I'm going to let you use your half sheet. If you don't think you need the half sheet, listen carefully. I'm going to let you take it without it for extra credit. You hear the difference? So if you use the half sheet, there's no extra credit, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Y'all don't have to take it today, by the way. You weren't here yesterday. So you need to be ready to take it Monday. But if you choose not to use your half sheet, then you will get extra credit regardless of what your grade is. How much extra credit? We're looking at 5 points. Okay? So, you can either keep the safety net there, bank on 100, or you can roll the dice, try no half sheet, and then there just won't be any extra credit involved. I'm going to give you a marker for you to write on your screen or on your desk because I don't have it printed on paper because a lot of them don't involve work. It's just naming, like you're naming it, okay? When we take this test next week, I need you to be able to do this without the half sheet though, okay? That's the goal. For right now, I'm okay with it. Are you going to try and take it? Or are you going to wait till Monday? You were out yesterday, so you can wait. Okay. If you're going to wait, I don't blame you. Okay. Oh, I overdid it. I'm sorry. Madison, crack me up.